Gary, a great result for us. What about the performance?
I thought the performance could have been a lot better, if I'm being honest. I think the positives are two very, very good goals. The two moments of real quality we showed. We got the two goals from, and that's why at times I was a little bit frustrated that we were probably playing a little bit too slowly and with a lack of quality at times, a lack of energy, which I think when a lot of players show a lack of energy, sometimes you wonder if that's another reason for it. We tweaked a couple of things in training this week, so that might have been a factor. We had a very big week last week, that might have been a factor, but certainly we expect a little bit more. They haven't really troubled the goalkeeper too much, but I have to say I thought that Ipswich came and did Paul proud. I thought they were really good. I thought they showed a real bit of energy. I thought they showed a lot of fight. But I never felt they had the quality really to score the goal to peg us back.
A couple of changes this week. Were you happy with the guys that come in?
Yeah, I was I wasn't overly happy with everybody. Not necessarily the players that came into the side, just in terms of the overall performance. But we had a strange day yesterday. James McLean came in with an infected toe in the morning. The medical team felt as though if he trained it would only get worse and would be unavailable for the game, so we didn't want to take that risk. So unfortunately the fact he didn't train on Friday meant that he had to miss out, which he was very unlucky to do so. And Bruno pulled out midway through training, so again I felt he was a risk. So we kept with the team that started the game. We probably had not as much energy off the bench as we'd have liked this week, but the game's a game. Sometimes you have to win the game however you need to. The win puts our recent run of form into pretty good perspective, because we've actually turned around the early season form into something a lot more positive. We step into the top 10 with 4 points off the playoffs, but we certainly know our standards have to be a lot higher than that.
Yeah, I was going to say only 4 points off now. It's getting closer for us, isn't it?
Yeah, look, we spoke about it before. In some ways, if you're going to start badly, then you want to keep improving as the season goes on and just keep building those steady performances, keep building results. We're not conceding too many goals. We've had a lot more clean sheets in the last 7 or 8 games. We've looked, not so much today, but we've looked in control of a lot of games. We've scored some very good goals. You have to say our attacking midfielders certainly have helped that, because once again I think Sam Klukas has an assist for the first goal and Joe Allen scores a great goal for the second one after good play from Eric. So the goals were of a real high quality. We just didn't show that quality often enough in the game, and I think at one point I was frustrated. I think the fans were a little bit frustrated because we expect more at home, and we take that on board, we take that on the chin, but I'd rather be saying that after 3 points.
Tom Ince coming off, is he okay, or was it tactical?
Just felt sore. I think his hernia, or the area of his operation, felt sore. He felt sore in the warm-up. We had a few out there today with heavy legs, and they spoke about that before the game, so we'll have to look at the reasons why, because certainly we shouldn't be doing that after a free week. But Ince showed the quality when he needs it. Again, that's 6 goals for the season. I spoke about Tom Ince almost providing you with guaranteed goals, and when he gets a chance, you don't really want it to fall to anyone else. So, I thought he's took his goals really well recently, and just showed how dangerous he is. But yeah, we certainly took him off as a bit of a precaution with 20 minutes ago, and of course with Maka on the bench, with lots of energy, ready to come on and attack for you down that side. I felt it was a sensible change.
So is it fair to sum up, is this how you feel? You're happy with the win, but you want improvement? Is that what you're saying? Yeah,
must do better. If we're going to challenge the next level, then we've got to be better than that. I think we have been on the whole for the majority of games recently, but today was one where we weren't as good as we need to be. But sometimes it's difficult when you're playing the team that are at the bottom of the league. Sometimes players just take their eye off the ball, and it's hard. We've tried to warn them. We tried to warn them. Ipswich performances were good in recent weeks, although the results weren't. And I thought you saw probably a similar performance to them today. So we'll have to be better in the upcoming games. But we're saying that off the back of a good run and a good win. Even if it wasn't the best performance.
It's an important period now, isn't it? Christmas coming up with some points out there for us to get.
Yeah, look, it's again, we've climbed from the position that we're in to a much more respectable position, but we're still not happy. We want to be higher, we want to win more games, we want to score more goals, we want to play better. So there's a lot of improvement to be had, and again, we've got lots of games coming up, and we just got to keep picking points up. And sometimes we might not play as well as we can. but it's important that we win or draw those games and keep building those points for us.
And finally, a badge for the defence, another clean sheet today.
Yeah, another clean sheet. I felt as a team and as defence we could have defended a lot better. We had a couple of little moments first half. I think Jack makes a decent save. Maybe they hit the post early on, which could be different. We allowed them too many balls to put us under pressure without them having any clear-cut opportunities, really. But it's a clean sheet and we haven't had enough of them this season, so we certainly can't be too critical of not conceding a goal.